Hello viewers, this is OBN Horn of Africa. You are watching our weekly program Invest in Ethiopia. Today we will be discussing the role of industrial parks in economic development of the country. To discuss these issues, I joined by Mr. Gululat Ababa, manager of the Adama Industrial Park. Stay tuned till the end of our program. Sir, thank you for joining us. First, would you tell us the concept of industrial park?
So thank you for coming to Adama Industrial Park. So when we say industrial park, initially it was initiated in different countries, especially in Western countries, and then later going to be inhabited in Far East, like in China, in Japan, and then in Korea. So the concept is totally like bringing the whole producing companies to one area, and then providing them with bigger facilities, flexible facilities. So no one is just going here and there to fulfill their facilities. So it's all about like bringing the producers to one areas, and then those companies working together will exchange their raw materials, inputs, the spare part, and then blah, blah. So it will facilitate the logistics, the service, and then whole things will be flexible when these all producing companies are settled in one areas. So the concept of industrial parks was just initially started in further Europe, and then further going to the Far East in China, and then Japan and Korea.
Well, Adama Industrial Park is among the 13 industrial parks operating in Ethiopia. Would you give us a short brief about it?
Almost 13 industrial park was built in different regions of the countries in Ethiopia. So from the 13 industrial parks, so Adama is the best located industrial parks, which is located in Adama city.
Good. The park is receiving various investors from different countries, and currently all shades of the park have been occupied by investors. What is the secret behind this success?
Yeah, so Adama Industrial Parks, since the inauguration by our Prime Minister, Dr. Abiy Ahmed, before like 4.5 years before, then we have attracted around 13 companies. Even from the 13 companies, almost 7 of them was attracted before 10 months, in last 10 months. So the Ethiopian calendar 2015 and 2016 was the success story in Adama Industrial Parks, because for the last 3-4 years, we only attracted six investors only. And then in the last 10 months, we almost attracted 7 internationally fitted investors. Almost all are coming from abroad, and then small numbers are just from the local investors. So in last 8-9 months, we almost attracted 7 international investors. So this is because of, we almost working on the already coming FDIs. The almost settled foreign direct investment was gaining good, flexible services. So those investors are just attracting the other investors. All investors coming from the abroad are trying to refer the one which is already located in Ethiopia. So for this matter, we working to make our service more attractive. And also some different stakeholders are working to promote the Adama Industrial Park, including the Investment Commission, the Custom Commission, and also our corporation is working toward attracting the foreign direct investment, as well as we provide some incentives for the locals investors to be attracted, and they're working with us.
Are there any special things that makes Adama Industrial Park unique from others?
Truly speaking, we have so many things which make us unique from other facilities built in Ethiopia. So the first one is, as you know, our city is the best located city, truly speaking. From the logistics perspective, we are found on the main line going to the Djibouti ports. And also we are just approximately, we are not far away from the dry ports Mojo, which is only like 10 kilometers something. And we also too close to the capital city of Ethiopia. So these all things are helping us, like to be preferable industrial parks in Ethiopia. So from the logistics part, from the location, and truly speaking, Adama is a beautiful city. So all investors are, when coming to visit here, they totally attracted by the city, by the peaceful habits of the city, and then all these things are attracting the investors to be preferable number one industrial parks in Ethiopia. Before, we were working on garment and textile, but later we changed this dynamics to different clusters. Like now, we already attracted investors working on electromechanical products and on construction areas, as well as the textile and garment areas. So, for example, on construction products, we already attracted international paint company, which is called Jotun. So Jotun is well-known brand on international paint industry. So we already have it here in Adama Industrial Parks. And we already start now the electromechanical products, for example. Before, we almost import all electric meter from abroad, like from Egypt, India, and China. Now we are trying to produce in Adama Industrial Parks. So the test phase is already finalized. So now we are going to produce it in Ethiopia, in Adama Industrial Parks. So the area around the electromechanical it's one of our cluster in which we are working to achieve it. And the other one is the textile and garments. So as you know, the textile and garment it belongs to light industry. So when you say light industry, it's labor intensive. So one of our goals is like hiring or employ more users, So we almost have like 6 companies which are working on textile and garments. So we have the construction area, the electromechanical, and textile and garments. So these are the area we are going to specialize in Adama Industrial Parks. So truly speaking, when one investor is coming, especially as foreign direct investment, they don't think such kind of facilities are just available in Ethiopia. So when we bring them and then try to explain the whole things we have here in Adama Industrial Parks, they totally change their mindsets. So they don't think that do we have such kind of facilities in Ethiopia. Even when you go to the other countries, which you call it developed countries, even they don't have such kind of facility, which we have in Adama Industrial Parks. So we have internationally compatible facilities, utilities we have in Adama Industrial Parks. So when we see these things, they totally change their mindset, and then they are hurried to invest in our industrial parks. So this is one of our success stories, truly speaking. So changing the national image, we can say we already contributed. So the investors coming and then looking the utilities and facilities we have here in Adama Industrial Parks is totally changing the dynamics that the Ethiopia can make such kind of facilities and then attract the investors, which only needs like plug and play. So they don't need to like build the workshops, like installing the electric lines, the asphalt, the liquid management, the dry waste management things. These all things are just facilitated here in Adama Industrial Park. So the only thing the investors need to do is just bring the machine and then plug and then totally start the production. So this facility is totally changing the dynamics in which the industries are working before. We have, for example, zero liquid discharge. So we call ourselves, we are the park, we are striving for the eco-industrial park development, eco-friendly industrial park development. So that means we need to make zero waste outlets, which means every influence, every domestic waste is coming from the industries need to go to the treatment and then directly back to be used for different facilities. It will be recycled and then used for the industrial products, as well as it going to be used for the greenery, and then it going to be like used for flushing. So we call it like zero liquid discharge. And also we have actually workshops which have so many facilities internally and then externally. So from the internal part, you can go and then see international fulfilled the 24 hours active fire brigade we have in our Adama Industrial Parks. So they are working 24/7. And then there is no such kind of, the confidence around the investors are totally, very, very, very good. So we have the fire brigade facilities. We have so many internationally compliance fulfilled facilities we have in our workshops. We have the fire systems. We have so many the sensors we have in our workshops. So if one fire is detected around one workshops, so we have a sensors which can detect and then immediately take some measurements, and then sending some message to our fire brigades. So we have such kind of the risk management systems in our industrial parks. And then we have the 24/7 working, truly speaking, we have high voltage electric facilities in our compound. And then you can see the facility of the asphalt, the other utilities, the underground, and then the other facilities, okay?
Good. Job creation, technological transfer, and hard currency generation are among industrial parks expected to actively work on. How are industrial parks in Ethiopia performing on this area so far, including your park?
Thank you. So our prior mission is all about, as you told me, the export, the job creation, the technology transfer. So these are the mission given by the government. Prior to this, the biggest mission we have taken as a responsibility is all about the industrialization policy. So the government industrialization policy is implemented through us. We think like that. So we are facilitating the Ethiopian industrialization policy through our facilities. We think like that. So from those missions, the job creation is our biggest priority. For example, in Adama Industrial Park, for the last 3-4 years, we almost created around 8,700 youth employees here in Adama Industrial Parks. 8,700. So this is not a small number. Even if the challenges was there, as you know, the AGOA issue, the COVID issue, these things are making some delayances on the investment, truly speaking, from the investor side. Even if those challenges are there, we almost created 8,700 direct employments in Adama Industrial Parks. So the direct employment is like an issue, but the biggest thing we are working on it is about the technology transfer. Truly speaking, as a corporation, as Adama Industrial Parks, even if we are working towards creating big employment in Adama Industrial Park, but we also working on how these employees are try to achieve the technology transfer, how they are just experiencing the on-job technology transfer issues. Did they really get some skills from the expat workers? We almost assess these things daily, in daily workings, or So we assess these things. We are working with the investors, like they need to transfer the technology they already used in their production lines. So, truly speaking, we achieved big things around here on technology transfers. You can go and then look on production lines. Almost 99% of production lines is governed, managed, operated by Ethiopians users. So you can imagine, after years, 5 years, 6 years, after 6 years, this technology going to be implemented locally. Even they can create their own jobs, even they can be an investors, So you can imagine this technology transfer will going to bring to Ethiopia.
Good. As you have mentioned earlier, Ethiopia has been importing various products from abroad. What roles would Adama Industrial Parks play in substituting these products?
As I've told you, we are working on like 3-4 areas. So from those areas, truly speaking, the construction import production is almost going well in Adama Industrial Parks. The Ethiopian construction sector is almost booming, as you know. So these booming sectors need to have some inputs. So for that purpose, Adama Industrial Parks are playing a good roles in providing the construction inputs. So we have around 4 companies working on these areas. So before, like the PVC pipe are imported from China and then the Dubai and then Far East like in Japan and then blah blah. Now we are start producing the PVC pipes, which is well good quality. Now we are trying to address the market gaps around that. So before it was imported from abroad. Now we are trying to like the imports exchange things are going to well here in Ethiopia, so in Adama Industrial Parks. So from the import substitution, for example, I can say for the last 8 months, we almost provide so many products from Adama Industrial Parks, which can be estimated around 1.3 billion in a year. So this 1.3 billion products is produced in Adama Industrial Parks, which were supposed to be imported from the abroad. So we can say we are working on import substitution, truly speaking. So for the last 8-9 months, we almost produce 1.3 billion estimated products, which were going to be imported from the other different countries.
Good. As you know, Ethiopia is working to access seaports. How significant is it in attracting foreign direct investment?
Truly speaking, when the foreign direct investments are just try to visit Ethiopia, the priority number 1 question is all about port. Truly speaking, no one is going to deny these things. No one. So as soon as they come and then visit these facilities, they are too happy to look such kind of facility. Then immediately they are going to ask about the port things. They say, does Ethiopia access a seaport? They're asking. We almost responded yes. So we say like Djibouti is our brother country, Kenya is our brother country. So we can say that their seaport is almost our seaports. So I raised that because every foreign direct investment, every foreign investors are asking whether we have a seaport or not, because they know seaports is a big deal in manufacturing sector, because it facilitates the logistics. So when the logistics is facilitated, your production costs is there, but if seaport is there, almost your logistics cost will be minimized. So in summary, this all cumulative is going to be affecting their product costs, you know. So if their logistics cost is minimized, their product cost will be going to be minimized, and then they will be compatible, or they will compete on international markets with their low price cost of production.
Good. You have now best experience in service delivery, environmental and safety precautions and other issues. Do you have a platform where you share your experience for other light industry?
Truly speaking, we have like a monthly scheduled workshops in which so many stakeholders are going to be participated. We have the NGO partners who are working and facilitating these workshops. We have like TVT and the vocational schools who are going to participate and then provide their plan, especially on providing the technically equipped, skilled laborers to the Adama Industrial Parkers. We have the universities who are just helping on research and then other facilities. And then we have like the government structures who are really working like to provide the laborers, skilled laborers. And then these all stakeholders are just meet on monthly period. So on these monthly workshops, we share our experiences. So what kind of things are shared, especially as a government, we almost given, as I've told you, our biggest mission is like implementing the government industrialization policy. So we think like that. So the industrial park is not only the profit-making enterprise, government-owned enterprise, but we think ourselves as an organization, which have a responsibility to implement the government industrialization policy. So we almost try to invite all local businessmen to visit our industrial parks. Why? Because they need to like take some technologies from here. They need to take experiences on how to make a marketing on international stage, and then how things are working. So if most of the local businessmen are try to invest on service sectors, they are afraid to invest on manufacturing sectors. So we are trying to change that dynamics. So what we are working, we are trying to like make a workshop, make a visit workshops, and then we try to like invite them to contact our investors who are working on manufacturing. And then totally they think that these manufacturing sectors can create a big employment. The exporting are there, the technology transfer is there. Not this only, but when you are investing or manufacturing, the market chain you are going to create is a big. But on service sector, the employment, the things you are providing is small. But on manufacturing, starting from the production to the end user, you can create so many employments, so many market chains, so many market network. So these things can create big changes on cumulative national GDP. So when they see these things, they most are changing their mind, like to convert from the service sector to manufacturing service sectors. So we are working toward these things, yeah.
Good. In your recent media briefing, you have said that Adama Industrial Park have secured more than $9 million of foreign currency. Would you tell us your annual plan in terms of generating foreign currency?
As I have told you, since the inauguration, inaugurated by our Prime Minister, Dr. Abiy Ahmed, for the last 4.5 years, we almost gain around $52 million, totally speaking. So this forex is coming, through so many challenges, truly speaking. So the challenge, the COVID, it before, and the Agoish is almost there. But truly speaking, our investors are going through these all challenges, and the government is helping them almost to not to be affected by these factors. So for the last 8 months, we almost gain around $9.6 million of foreign exchange to the Ethiopia, we can say. So as a plan, we almost planned around $20 million a year plan. So we are working to achieve those things. So as you have said, for the last 10 months, we almost attracted 7 investors. Before, we almost have 6 investors. Now for the last 10 and then 11 months, we almost attracted 7 investors, which are international investors. So they are working on different sectors, as I've said. So when these investors are like bringing and installing their machineries, and then training their employees, and then starting the production, I think we can achieve the $20 million. That is a small number, totally speaking. So we are just facilitating the whole things to move them to directly start the production. So out of these 7 investors which are coming in the last 8-9 months, almost 3 are finalized the whole things. The installation is done, the employment training is done, the test product is done, almost they are starting. The others are just like installing the training, and then these all things are going on. So we are facilitating those things to be accomplished and then start their production. So if these all are going to be active, so the annual $20 million forex is a small number. So we are going to achieve it, I think.
Good. As you have mentioned, now all shares of the park have been occupied by investors. Do you have a plan to expand the park?
Truly speaking, as I've told you, Adama is, especially the city, is very suitable for the investment from the different perspective, truly speaking. So as Adama Industrial Park, we think we are the best located industrial parks in Ethiopia. That's why most investors are attracted to the Adama city as well as to the Adama Industrial Parks. So because of this, almost all our workshops are occupied. So we are happy with these things. And then we almost plan to expand these things. Not only on the electromechanical, the construction, production, and then garment, textile. We need to scale it up to the heavy industries, truly speaking. Now we almost plan to expand to the heavy industry. So heavy industry need big investment, as you know. So even if the initial investment for the heavy industries is a big amount, so the contribution to the national GDP is big factor, truly speaking. So we almost plan to expand to the heavy industries. So we planned the second Adama Industrial Park, which we call it the Hunan Industrial Parks, which is going to be kicked soon. So on Hunan, or the second Adama Industrial Park phase, we are going to attract the heavy industry investors from different nationals, and then as well as from the locals. So within coming 2-3 years, we are going to achieve it, and then we will be successful, I think.
Finally, if you have any message to add, you are welcome.
Truly speaking, Ethiopia has a big potential, especially on the manufacturing sectors. Why? Because we have uses, and almost these all universities are just trained, skilled use, which can be a productive, efficient, productive use we have. Therefore, if most investors are coming and then investing in Ethiopia, they will make a profit, truly speaking. This will be underlined. So if the local investors as well are going to invest on manufacturing sector, they will make a profit for themselves, as well as they will contribute to the national GDP as well. The service sector is almost there, but the manufacturing sectors can contribute a big amount to the national GDP, truly speaking. So I would like to say, please try to browse the manufacturing sector for those all investors working on service sectors. Try to even if they are working on service sector, please come and then visit us. We will transfer what we have, and then you will I think I can say they will totally change their mind to be the manufacturing service investors.
Mr. Gululat Abebe, manager of Adama Industrial Park, thank you for your insight on our program and appreciate your precious time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for coming as well. Thank you. Thank you.
Dear viewers, this brings us to the end of our trace program. Till the next time, bye-bye.